This Week in Agribusiness, serving America's most essential industry, is brought to you by Case IH. Coming up on this weekend's broadcast, some tough economics for the pork industry in the week of the Pork Expo. Hello, everyone. We welcome you to the broadcast here. Mr. Pearson, you were with the pork producers, and it struck me listening to you as you were talking about the Pork Expo. They don't stay in trouble very long, but it's a rough spot now, isn't it?
It is a rough spot indeed in the pork industry. Max had the chance to visit the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines last week to talk with pork producers at the Expo, and I had the chance to check in with Trish Cook. She's the president of the Iowa Pork Producers Association, first woman to ever lead that organization, and we talked about the impact that this market is having on Iowa producers.
You know, it's been a really interesting time frame being a pork producer. You know, we had some really great profits in the last couple of years. Now we're experiencing much higher input costs and lower prices that we're getting paid at the market. So it's definitely creating challenges to be a pork producer in Iowa right now.
On top of all of that, we had the recent Supreme Court case of Proposition 12. How's that impacting the Iowa pork producers?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Proposition 12 SCOTUS opinion did not go the way that we hoped as Iowa pork producers. So there's a lot of questions now. Is there going to be enough pork to supply California? People have asked me on our farm, because we're a farrow to finished farm, are we transitioning to Prop 12 housing? And we are not on our farm. There's a lot of talk about what's the payback. Can you even make it work? Because right now the capital expenditure to do that would be millions of dollars, and we're losing $30 a head on stuff that's going to market. So it's pretty tough to get excited about a large capital expenditure when you're not making any money.
Looking out into the markets, Trish, does it appear that the fortunes might change for the hog industry?
You know, things that I always look to see for bright lights is potential new markets we can tap to export. One area that I've just heard highlighted this morning is about in the Caribbean area. There is a free trade agreement with about 10 countries that the equivalent population of those 10 countries is the same as Mexico. And if you follow pork exports at all, you know that Mexico has been a bright light in our industry, buying so much, not just hams, primarily hams, but they've been buying a lot of volume of U.S. pork. So we always are appreciative of our trading partners like that, and look forward to finding new ones, as well as also just always trying to keep domestic demand as high as we can and stimulating consumers. And it's exciting in the summer because everyone wants to throw some pork on the grill, and so we're really hoping for a great domestic use this summer.
For those domestic consumers, anything exciting in the world of pork that you're excited about, Trish?
Well, I always just get excited about pork because it's so versatile, and there's just so many ways you can cook it and enjoy it. And I just love to talk to people about, you know, don't overcook it, and here's the way to do it. And one thing that I had not cooked for a long time, except maybe the last 5 years, is just like get a pork butt, either slow cook it in your oven or in a crock pot or on a smoker, and it's just going to be a meal that you can enjoy for many meals because it's so tender and juicy, and you can really make it last.
That's so true. Trish, did you have fun at the World Pork Expo this year?
Yeah, it's always great to come to Expo and just talk with other producers that maybe you don't see all the time, and talk with people that we do business with that we maybe communicate mostly with email or text. And now we can just be in person and maybe meet them at a hospitality tent and just have a great conversation.
That was Trish Cook, president of the Iowa Pork Producers Association, and conversations abounded throughout the World Pork Expo about how that industry could find ways to rebuild its profit margin.